Dear student, good morning. Welcome to this session of coordinate geometry. So in previous class we discussed about the different forms and problems on the different forms of the lines. Applications on parametric form and intercept form. In this class we will learn on the position of the point with respect to the line, whether it lies on a line or lies on either side of the line, and point of intersection. Okay, so and applications on this concept, right? So one more concept, half planes, otherwise position of the point with respect to the line, positions of the points with respect to the line. So generally line divides the plane into three mutually disjoint set of points. If suppose this is the line, here there exist three cases. It is dividing the plane into three set of points, mutually disjoint sets. Here some points lies this side of the line, some points lies this side of the line, some point lies on the line. It is divided into three groups, set of points which lies on the plane. Okay, so just to read this matter. A straight line divides the plane into three mutually disjoint set of points. Just how can you divide? The first, the set of points on the straight line. If suppose the points lies just so an infinite number of points are there on the line, that must be satisfied the line. If suppose the equation of the line is L equal to 0, line L, if you take any point on the line, what will happen? That all points satisfy this equation will get L equal to 0. If suppose just observe these points where the points lies on this side, maybe L greater than 0. If the side points use L greater than 0, here we will get L less than 0. If suppose if here L less than 0 is there, then we will get L greater than 0. That means we will get opposite signs on both either side of the line. If the point lies on the line, we will get L equal to 0 because all points satisfy the line. If suppose not lies on the there, they may be either side of the line. If one side points gives positive value, automatically the opposite side gives negative values. This is one side, this is the opposite side. Okay, line dividing the plane into three set of points. This is one set of points, this gives one set of points, the points lies on gives one set of points. If the set of points for which L equals 0, set of points for which L equals 0 lies on line, in case of this L equals 0, what will happen? The points should be lies on the line. Next, the set of points for which L greater than 0 and set of points for which L less than 0. That means in both the cases, the points not on the line. One set lies on the upper side of the line, automatically another set lies on the down side of the line. Understand? This is the how to line divides the plane into three set of points. Okay, with the help of this condition, we can find out the position of the point with respect to line. Understand? If suppose L is the line is there, we have 2 points. Suppose this is the position of the line. Let us take this is equal to L. Suppose one point is, suppose position of the one point is this one, x1, y1. Suppose the another point position is like this, x2, y2. But here we can say the points lies on either side. But without diagram, how can we say? With the help of these three conditions, if L equals 0 at the given points, both the points are one point, that must be lies on the line. If suppose at this point we will, if you get L greater than 0, automatically at this point we get L less than 0. In case of that, we can say that the given 2 points lies on either side of it. With the help of the nature of L11 or L22, we can decide the position of the points. Understand? So just we have to discuss the position of the point with help of some objective and some formulas. So now see the one problem on this above concept. Find out the ratio in which the line divides the line segment joining 2 points. The ratio in which the straight line divides the line joining of the 2 points. Suppose these are the positions of the 2 points. The first point is 2, 3 and the second point is 2, 10. These are the points. Let us take A and B are these points. This is the line. What is the equation of the line? 2x plus 3y minus 20 equal to 0. So Ax1, let us take this is equal to x1, y1, x2, y2. This is the line L. We have to find out the ratio. What is the formula? Minus L11 by L22. Otherwise minus LA by LB minus L1 by L22. We have to find out the ratio. The given equation is this one. The given points are this and this. Just write down the data. After that find out minus L1 by for the ratio. For the required ratio is AB is to PB is equal to minus LA is to LB. That means minus L11 is to L22. Otherwise minus L11 by L22. That is equal to AB is to PB. Minus of, just substitute first point in the line equation, that is nothing but L11. Second point at this, say value of this one at second point is L22. Minus L11 means substitute 2 and 3 in this equation. 2 into 2 plus 3 into 3 minus 20 whole divided by 2 into 2 plus 3 into 10 minus 20. So that is equal to minus of 4 plus 9 minus 20 whole divided by 4 plus 30 minus 20. So this is nothing but 9 plus 4, 13, 13 minus 20, minus 7, minus of minus 7 by 30 minus 20, 10, 10 plus 14. This is equal to 1 by 2. Now the ratio in which the line divides the line segment joining A and B is 1 is to 2. Now AP is to PB is equal to 1 is to 2. This is the how to find the ratio which the line divides AB. Here the ratio is positive, that means the line divides AB internally. Therefore, in case of that, the 2 points lies either side of this. Here you will get L11 is equal to negative and L22 equal to positive. With the help of the ratio also you can say the position of the point. If the ratio is positive means line dividing the 2 points internal, that means 2 point lies on the either side of it. If suppose just he asked only position of the point, just simply find out L11 and L22 without this negative. Here L11 is negative, L22 is positive. Both are having opposite sides, that means lies on the opposite sides. This is how to find the positions of the points. Okay. Now see one more example on this. State whether the 2 points are on the same side or opposite side. Just we have to find out the positions of the points. So already we discussed about this concept. Just there are 2 methods to find the positions of the points. By using the ratio. If the ratio is positive, lies on either side. If the ratio is negative, same side. Otherwise just directly find out L11 and L22. Both have same sides, they lie on the same side, otherwise opposite sides. Just suppose this is the given line. Let us take, let L is equal to, what is the given line? 2x minus 3y plus 4 equal to 0. This is the given line L. So the given points, let us consider x1, y1 is equal to first point, that is equal to 3, 2 and x2, y2, the second point, that is minus 4, minus 3. Now if I simply find out L11 and L22 value. So L11, 2 into 3 minus 3 into 2 plus 4, that is equal 6 minus 6 plus 4, that is equal 4, greater than 0. Here L11 is greater than 0. Now find out L22. L22 means 2 into second point, substitute second point, 2 into minus 4 minus 3 into minus 3 plus 4 is equal to minus 8 plus 9 plus 4, that is equal to minus 8 plus 9, 1 plus 4, 5. Okay, so now L22 is positive, L11 is positive. Both are having same signs, that means lies on the same side. This implies L11 and L22 both have same sign. Therefore, the given 2 points, the given 2 points lies same side. Same side of the line. This is the how to find the positions of the points. Okay, so on this concept there are very important problems and good problems. So almost all IIT range and mains range, half of the plane concept. Okay, so now see this. Intersection of the two straight lines, if they are not parallel, they must be intersected point. We have to find out the coordinates of the intersecting point. Suppose L1, A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal 0 and L2, A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal 0. Two intersecting lines, that means they are not parallel. Their point of intersection is B1 C2 minus B2 C1 by A1 B2 minus A2 B1, comma C1 A2 minus C2 A1 by A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Okay, suppose x comma y is the intersecting point. Okay, so the given equations are, just proof is not important, but better to know how to get the intersecting point, how to solve the lines. Okay, so the given equations are first one A1x B1y plus C1 equal 0 and the second one is A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0. There are two methods. One is eliminating. By eliminating y we can find out x value, and similarly by eliminating x we can find out y value. And another one is, in general words, you can say YCX method. So how can you solve this method? Just first write down the coefficients. So first start the y coefficient of the first equation. Write down here the y coefficient B1, constant C1 and x coefficient A1 and bandwidth B1. So YCX method it is called in general words. So similarly take the y coefficient of the second equation B2, C2, A2, B2. In between these two write down x, y and constant 1. YCX method is called. So x by B1 C2 minus B2 C1, y by the cross product of these terms and 1 by something. So here x by B1 C2 minus B2 C1, B1 C2 minus B2 C1 is equal to y by C1 A2 minus C1 A2 minus C1 A2 minus C2 A1 is equal to 1 by A1 B2 minus A2 B1, A1 B2 minus A2 B1 Now just by taking these two, we can write x value in terms of a1, b1, a2, b2, c1, c2, and similarly y value also. Now equating these two, then we will get x by b1 c2 minus b2 c1, that is equal to 1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Similarly, so equate these two terms, so y term and constant term. Y by c1 a2 minus c2 a1 is equal to 1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, so now write down the x value and y value. So from this we can find out x value, and from this we can write y value. So from this, x is equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and now from this y is equal to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is the way how to find the coordinates of the 2 points when the two lines are intersecting each other. That means they are not parallel. So with the help of this formula, we can write the coordinates of the point of intersection. Otherwise, by process also it is not difficult one. Okay. Now the coordinates of the point of intersection of the two lines is these two. b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 by. Here the denominator is same. Just there is only differences in the numerator. This is the way how to find the point of intersection of the two lines, and they are not parallel lines. Even they are parallel, this is equal to 0. Denominator is 0. Okay, denominator does not exist here. Right? Okay. Some applications on the point of intersection. Just 1 or 2%. So now see this problem. Find the equation of the straight line passing through the point of intersection of the two lines and containing the point 5 comma minus 2. Suppose these are the given 2 points. So now solution. The given equations are x plus y plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the equation 1. And another one is 2x minus y plus 5 equal 0. Let it be 2. So these are the, suppose these are the 1 and 2 equation. The intersect point is this one. This is the line passing through intersect point and containing the point. So 5 comma minus 2. Here we have to find out this equation. Understand? If you know the 2 points on the line, we can find out the equation by using the 2-point form. Just clearly this point lies on the line. If you know this point, with the help of these two, we can write the equation. Just we have to find out this point. This is the point of intersection of 1 and 2. Just solving 1 and 2 will get a point. Solving 1 and 2. Solving we will get this point. Okay. So solving 1 and 2. Just YCX method. Already we discussed it. So the first start with the coefficient of y of the first equation. The coefficient of y is 1. Constant is 1. So x coefficient also 1, and start end with y coefficient again. Here y coefficient is minus 1. Constant is 5. And x coefficient is 2 minus 1. So now here take x, y, 1 always. So we have to find out x value and y value. X by 1 into 5 minus these two product, and y by these two product minus these two, and 1 by this. So now x by AD 1 into 5 5 minus of 1 into minus 1 minus 1 is equal to y by 1 into 2 2 minus 5 into 1 5, that is equal to 1 by 1 into minus 1 minus 2 into 1 2. Okay, now write down xy x by 5 minus of minus plus 1, that is equal to 6, and y by 2 minus 5 minus 3, and 1 by minus 3. Now from this find out x, y values. So there is 3 common in all the terms, we can cancel it. So 3, 3 and 2. So here from this we can write x by 2 is equal to y by minus 1 is equal to 1 by minus 1. So by equating these two we can write x value, and from these two we can write y value. This implies x by 2 is equal to minus 1. X by 2 is equal to minus 1 and y by minus 1 is equal to minus 1. So from this x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 1. This is the point of intersection. Now the intersecting point is minus 2 comma 1. Minus 2 comma 1. Here we have to find out this equation, line equation. This is passing the 2 points. Now the required equation is the equation of the line passing through two points minus 2 comma 1 and 5 comma minus 2 is, what is the formula? Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Let us take this is equal to x1 y1 and this is equal to x2 y2. So now substitute here y minus y1 1 is equal to y2 minus y1, that means minus 2 minus 1 by x2 minus x1. Here x2 is 5, x1 is minus 2, minus of minus 2 plus 2 into x minus x1. So now from this y minus 1 is equal to minus 3 by 7 into x plus 2, minus 3 by 7. 7y minus 7 is equal to minus 3x minus 6. From this we can write 3x plus 7y minus 1 equal to 0. This is the required equation. This is the equation of this line. Okay, here we want to find the equation of this line. Already this contains the point and it is passing to the point of intersection of these two. First of all, find out the point of intersection of these two. It is already there. So this is line passing through 2 points. We are using 2-point formula. With the help of 2-point formula, you can find out the equation. Okay. So now see this theorem. It is an important theorem. So in the IP point of view, examination point of view, proof is not important, but result is very important. So now come to the statement. Let theta be the acute angle between the two lines and m1, m2 are the slopes of the two lines. Then tan theta is equal to mod m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1, m2. So m1, m2 are the slopes of the line, means slopes are defined. It means slopes defined. That means for non-vertical lines, if the lines are non-vertical, then only you can find out slopes. So we can apply this formula for non-vertical lines, you remember it. So observe this. There are two lines, we have to find out the angle. Consider let L1 and L2 be, just see, are two non-perpendicular lines also. For perpendicular lines, tan theta is not defined. Okay, and neither of these two are non-parallel to y-axis. Neither of which non-parallel. Now come to the proof. Let L1 and L2 are non-perpendicular lines and neither of which is parallel to y-axis. If the line is parallel to y-axis, slope is not defined. We can't discuss the angle between the lines. So the lines are non-perpendicular and non-vertical lines. The angle between them is not 90 and they are non-vertical lines. Okay, and we have given that M1, M2 are the slopes of the lines. If the slopes are there must be some inclinations. Let us consider theta 1 and theta 2 are the inclinations. If theta 1 and theta 2 are the inclination, tan theta 1 and tan 2 are the slopes. So let us take tan theta 1 equal to M1 and tan theta equal to tan theta 2 equal to M2. Okay, so now see this figure. These are the two lines. This is the one of the line, first line, this is second line. Let us take the angle divided by this line, inclination of this line is equal to theta 2 and the inclination of this line is theta 1 and the angle between them is theta. We have to find out tan theta. So what is the relation between these three angles? These two are internal angle, this is external angle. Sum of the internal angle equal to external angle. Therefore, theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal, theta 1 plus theta equal to theta 2. From that we can find out theta value. So after that, by applying tan theta, we will get relation of tan theta in terms of tan theta 1, tan theta 2. Tan theta 1 equal to M1 and tan theta 2 equal to M2 already. So substitute there and we will get formula tan theta equal to something. Okay, right. See, let theta be the angle between given two lines. So, from the figure, what is the relation between the angles? Theta 1 plus theta is equal to theta 2. From the diagram, theta 1 plus theta is equal to theta 2. This implies theta equal to theta 2 minus theta 1. Here exactly we don't know which one is greater one, but the theta is the acute angle. We have to take modulus. So later we will take mod. So now apply tan on both sides. Tan theta equal to tan of theta 2 minus theta 1. Now apply formula for tan A minus B. Tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. So already we discussed tan theta 1 equal to M1 and tan theta equal to M2. Therefore, this is equal to M2 minus M1 by 1 plus M1 M2. Okay, this is equal to tan theta. Here sometimes M2 may be greater than M1 or M1 may be greater than M2. But theta is an acute angle. So you should take mod. Here theta is acute. So you should take modulus on both sides. Since theta is an acute angle, tan theta always positive. So now M1 M2 are the slopes of the two lines. Theta be the angle between them, and tan theta equal to modulus of M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. Otherwise M2 minus M1 mod is there. We can write M2 minus M1 or M1 minus M2. Understand? This is the formula to find the angle between them, and when the slopes of the two lines are defined and the angle between them is not 90. Understand? So just observe that if suppose the two lines are parallel, if L1 is parallel to L2, if and only what happened? If the lines are parallel, angle should be 0. Tan 0, 0. This implies M2 minus M1 equal 0. That means M1 is equal to M2. If M1 equal to M2, the lines are parallel. The lines are parallel, slopes are equal. So second one, if L1 is perpendicular to L2, then what will happen? Perpendicular means theta is 90 degrees. Just to don't apply this formula for 90 degrees. If suppose tan 90, theta is 90, tan 90 is infinity, something by 0. From this we will get 1 plus M1 M2 is equal to 0. This implies M1 M2 equal to minus 1. Already we discussed about this relation between the slopes when the two lines are perpendicular in the previous sessions. If the two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. If the two lines are perpendicular, the product of slopes equal to minus 1. Okay, we can apply this formula for the non-vertical lines. For non-vertical lines only, we can apply this formula. Okay, right. Thank you.